Despite being outside its target demographic. Although at the end of the day, game theory is a business, and there's a huge team behind it. And as the years went on, it started to become more and more common for Matt to cover franchises he clearly didn't have much familiarity with for the sake of covering a trending topic for SEO reasons. And it'd sometimes come off a little forced and cynical, to be honest.
Where Hugh meets the creepy-looking Igor and his assistant Elizabeth.
Okay, so this has been memed to death. The whole he calls Margaret Elizabeth thing. I don't know why you didn't, why wouldn't you proofread it and think that's not Elizabeth?
It always bugged me with film theory especially. For the most part though, film theory videos at least had some overlap with the general interests of Matt and the game theory audience. But when Fruit Theory launched in 2020, it was clearly a lot more niche, and Style Theory even more so. Despite this clear discrepancy of audience interest, these channels still did really well, and a big reason for that is seeing Matt, who was just as clueless about cooking. As for the new hosts, they're all better fits in theory. A film buff, a guy who can cook, and a girl that's more knowledgeable in the fashion space. Matt only ever really fit the gamer archetype, but looking back to the slipping view counts we saw earlier, the channels simply aren't performing nearly as well without Matt at the helm. So why is this? Are the new hosts that much worse than Matt? No, honestly, I think they're perfectly fine. Have the videos decreased in quality? Well, no. In fact, they're literally the exact same. That's the biggest point. I think looking at this, you have to realize that, like I referred to earlier, Game Theory isn't just Matt. There's a huge team working together to make each video. It's a heavily collaborative process, and most of the time, Matt isn't even the one writing the words he speaks. He's more overseeing the project like a director, a role he's still filling today. Really, the only thing that's changed is the voice reading the scripts, and those new voices certainly aren't bad. But it's clear they're no replacement for Matt. Really, no one could be. At least not right away. He really is core to the channel's identity. Even earlier in its life, Game Theory did have a history of guest hosts every once in a while, and audiences liked them well, but none of their videos ever performed nearly as well or as memorable as some of the best hosted by Matt. People stuck around because they knew MatPat would be back next week, but if Game Theory just became the Gaijin Goomba show, do you think Game Theory would have grown to the size it did? I don't think so. These fill-in hosts were really just a little bonus to most fans, but definitely not the reason they kept coming back. When it comes to Game Theory and really every big channel, the host matters just as much as the content. MatPat's audience had a strong attachment to him, built over years and years. Game Theory has been part of our lives since we were kids, and this nostalgic attachment is something the new hosts, despite their expertise, simply can't replicate. And trying to be another MatPat is just awful. Like these weird images of them recreating his iconic thinking goals like Skin Rockers and stuff. No, the goal shouldn't be to replace MatPat, but to bring their own style to the chance for the next generation. It'll take time, but I believe that the new hosts all have the charisma and natural charm to build their own unique connection with the current and future Game Theory audience. They're all likable, more than competent hosts, handpicked by Matt and Team Tears. The challenge for the new hosts isn't just about maintaining quality and being knowledgeable in their respective fields, which they're certainly excelling at, but also about building their own unique connection with the audience, the same way MatPat did over the years. Not by emulating him, but by showcasing their own unique personalities. I think people are already connecting with Santi from Food Theory, for example. He definitely has his own unique voice for Matt, which is on full display with his humor and narration style. It adds a lot of life to the channel, and although Food Theory is in the lower half of performing channels, I do believe over time he can build his own audience, and Food Theory will definitely grow back to it, and even beyond its previous stand. I think occasionally leaning into that more personality-driven content will work well for all the channels in the long run, rather than just trying to talk like and be MatPat 2.0. Matt is a truly legendary YouTube personality, and I don't think he can ever be truly replaced. Right now, Game Theory is in a precarious position, and as for if it can survive or not without him, only time will tell. But I truly hope it can rebound, and the new host can carry on the legacy of Game Theory as an important part of the childhoods for a new generation on YouTube, just as it was for so many of us.
April 2000.
I remember Kwebbelkop from a very long time ago. This guy used to be like one of the biggest when it comes to like gameplay videos and shit. And I hadn't thought of him in years. And I saw Sunny post this and just kept forgetting to watch it. And then as I was peeing, I saw it come up again. So I really want to see what happened. I checked his channel. Like, he still gets
April
like
2021.
views. He has an audience, but I would wager a guess he's lost like 90% or 95% of his total viewer base. Because he used to average like 1 mil per video. He used to upload pretty much the exact same videos, and I guess something must have happened along the way. Because god damn.
5 million views. In the space of only 12 months, Kwebbelkop's viewership has fallen by roughly 90%. And we're going to outline every...
That's what I speculated. I'm pretty good at eyeballing that kind of shit.
I'm a YouTuber. I want to know more YouTubers. I want to get to know all the YouTubers. I want my friends to be YouTubers or people that are doing similar stuff.
God, that sounds
became
miserable.
most
I don't know why people would only want to be surrounded by like-minded people. I can't stand that perspective. I think it's becoming more and more prevalent where people only want to be friends with everyone that shares the exact same opinions of them. and they can't be friends with people that think differently. Like, why would you want to be around people that are just like in the same career path, the same fucking thoughts as you, basically just like a goddamn clone of yourself? That sounds miserable. Just to always be locked in your own little echo chamber of sycophantic yes men, like it's just, ugh. I think that'd just be miserable. I really do.
And after forming a YouTube trio known as Robust, which included Kwebbelkop alongside two other familiar faces, Jelly and Slogo, the account of Kwebbelkop, Jelly and Slogo being the best piece of evidence for the success they'd find as a trio. In addition to—
How are the other two doing? Before we go on, I don't know the other two. I haven't heard of Jelly or Slogo. Let's take a peek.
April 2000.
Let's see if it's just Kwebbelkop. Oh, it's all of them. Holy shit. 23 million, he gets about the same views as Kwebbelkop, who's on a 90% decline. Actually, less than Kwebbelkop. So it really just must be a thing of like, the games aren't as popular anymore, unless they really did something that ruined them. So far out of the three of them, it seems like Slogo's doing the best. People grow up. True. That's a big problem with making kids content. Your audience grows up like pretty quickly. I feel like things you watch when you're 14, you stop watching by the time you're like 16, maybe. But there's always going to be new kids coming into the mix, so you would always expect it to constantly like refresh itself, but I guess sometimes it just doesn't. Or again, maybe something happened with this whole group. Not far enough, I was just curious. Kind of skipping ahead here in the manga.
Only, ensuring that the one daily video was always of the highest quality.
Every day I worked on it. Every day I studied it. I watched tutorials. I read articles. I spoke to people. I practiced, and every day
I mean, did you really need to? Like, what articles are you reading and what tutorials? Like, did you sign up for Jake Paul's seminar on how to be a YouTuber? Because this is all like really standard stuff. Unbeatable GTA 5. You laugh, you lose. Fortnite vs. real life challenge. Saddest Fortnite, try not to cry. I mean, like, he didn't need to really invest into the education side of YouTubing. He kind of just went with whatever was on the Explore tab.
For the audience.
I was making videos that my audience loved watching, right? So I asked myself, what does my audience love the most?
Each of those clips
Screaming.
from Kwebbelkop's discussion on the
Legitimately
Watchtime
screaming.
podcast also displayed just how switched on he was in terms of personal
super high
development
energy.
and the correct attitude required in order to grow
Everything
a
else is
successful
secondary.
YouTube channel. So if he had the correct attitude and mindset in order, why after 5 years of gaining an extremely consistent 100 million views per month, did this number drop to between 5 and 15 million over the course of only a year? Woman, please respect our privacy. Thank you, which was accompanied by a video approximately 1 year later, conveniently just
Pretty good post about it, I suppose.
explaining
No
the reason
problems there.
behind their breakup.
Why did you guys break up? Well, as you guys might know, I'm from Amsterdam, the Netherlands, and Azzy is from Canada. And it was a long distance relationship. Once the honeymoon phase was over, we realized that we're two people from completely different places.
However, it would still be a little far-fetched to blame Kwebbelkop's decline in viewership on nothing but this separation. Sure, he had one
Didn't
less
they live together? A weird spot to pause this. Didn't they live together? I thought I vaguely recalled them living together. Like, long distance for 3.5 years. I mean, that's gotta be a world record. Honestly, they should be very proud of that. Making that work for 3.5 years. That's a good run then. No shame there. 3.5 years on long distance. Fuck me, you made history.
After 5 years of filming together, the robust trio being Kwebbelkop, Jelly, and Slogo would also slowly disintegrate.
Oh, no.
Instead of playing with Geordie, who was busy making various Why I Left Jelly and Slogo, explaining that
That's the exact same thumbnail from the Azzy-Land breakup. This man only has one sad face. Come on. You studied articles. You read books or whatever about YouTubing. You know you've got to switch up the crying thumbnail. This one should have at least had like one of these. Maybe like the shocked face. Like, you can't keep reusing this shit, Kwebbelkop. I see what's gone wrong here. Unbelievable.
that as a result of making video after video with the group, each of which following a similar narrative, Kwebbelkop felt as though he wasn't growing due to a lack of creativity.
I saw that my creativity was running out. I was just doing things with the group. I was going into that direction. I realized that I stopped growing as a person.
He then began
I don't think it was the group.
going by the name of of Tiger, yet this would also end in another bit of drama.
Me and Quabblecop got into a fight, and after this fight, I was pretty much left with nothing.
Quabblecop found Tiger when he was still a small cop, offered guidance and growth to Tiger in exchange for part of full ownership of the channel.
I'm like, this guy could be a really big YouTuber. Coach him a little bit. He has so much talent.
Now this went exactly as planned in the beginning. They started playing together.
Okay, that's kind of fucked up. I've never heard of something like
from 2
that.
million views per month to 20 million views per month. Titled Why I Left Quabblecop and Tiger.
Man, they're getting so much mileage out of this crying face from Quabblecop. That shit is being used and abused in every single fucking thumbnail here. My god. I will say though, one of his reasons for leaving that YouTube is that he couldn't be as creative as he wanted to be. Well, I'm glad he did that, because now creativity is the #1 thing I get when looking at the channel here. Look at all these. Content he's never made before. He was really able to unlock this magnum opus of creation here. They really held him back. Now he's spread his wings like a beautiful butterfly.
I can't!
Why? Do it!
Why are you not uploading to Tiger, and what happened between you and Quabblecop? Well guys, it essentially boils down to one thing, and that is that me and Quabblecop are actually no longer friends. I feel disappointed.
But somehow Quabblecop had claimed ownership over Tiger's channel, as he would upload a video where he cloned Tiger's voice and attached it to an AI, which would provoke another response from Tiger's actions.
He made this cartoon character, loaned my voice, and put it on the Tiger channel. Listen, Jordy, this cartoon
What the fuck?
your best friend, but I'm not your best friend, okay? I'm not even your friend.
And after Tiger...
That's why. I'll see that. So he did a VTuber for this now? Oh, Liger. Oh wait, no, this is his new channel. Oh, I must have deleted the other one. Man made a VTuber and an AI speech pattern for him? Bro, that's even genius right there. That's Galaxy. What, is the channel down? Does anyone know for sure? Okay, you're right. I just didn't want to be typing in Tiger. I wonder why. Okay. It looks like he's not doing it anymore. He must have deleted the video.
Kind of wasn't the drama itself, but rather one discovery made by Jordy throughout the conflict with Tiger, being that he could make an AI character to act as a real person, was per day. I wished I could clone myself, so I did. What Quabblecop was referring to in his Twitter thread is a channel he launched 1 month after the drama with Tiger, which posts gaming videos and uses an AI character as the main personality in the videos.
Okay.
Looking at the numbers,
YouTubing.
it's obvious that this new AI...
Starting today, from now on, you can expect my next video to be top notch, to be really
Okay, and he delivered.
flipping good, to be exactly
Yes.
what you want to see.
Yet the first...
Fuck yes! Yes! What I wanted to see! Upgrading the slowest to fastest animal in GTA 5!
Oh my fucking god!
I've always wanted to know!
$10,000 dog, then him bragging about his custom orange Jeep.
$10,000 dog? What did this man buy? Goddamn Chimera? What kind of dog is 10 grand? Okay, so then he started flexing. Okay, that's always the signs of insecurity.
Why, hello, how you doing?
Coming in.
I take it this isn't purely a social call. Of course not. You're in trouble and you need my help. No problem.
$7.5 million penthouse tour. Let's see if this video can hit 100,000 likes.
And it's just like...
Did it work? 6 months ago.
Welcome to...
Fuck! What is Quabblecop's community called? His audience? Cops and robbers? What are you doing? Only 35K? Now we'll never get to see more of his $7.5 million penthouse. Quebble flops. Whoa! A piano with a Star Wars blaster poking out. What is this telescope? What the fuck is this? Golden gun? I'm just taking a brief tour here, if you don't mind. Oh man, look at all those fragrances. Ah, Terre de Vernis. This one's a replica. This one's not even the original. Okay, pour much? Yikes. Not even authentic. Why is this the most replayed? Because of this jar of urine? Oh, is that? Quibble flops. Ew. Perverts. I see him take a shower. Have some respect.
Why would you post this, dude? Not only have you stated in the past that you apparently don't do YouTube for money.
I don't care about making an extra buck on YouTube. I don't care about the money. I really genuinely do not do YouTube for the money.
But do you really think the audience wants to open up the YouTube app and instantly see Do you think new viewers
I feel like part of the family
video section is products stems from a specific inclination to establish power? Explain Quebblecop's motive to upload these off-brand videos.
You just got analyzed on that one, Quebblecop. That is super true, though. You see this shit happen a lot with, I guess not necessarily streamers, because I don't think there's any, like, big streamers that have fully fallen off yet. But I've seen this on YouTube a few times with some of the big boys. Take, for example, like, though most of the content was built around flexing from the start, it obviously only had a shelf life of however many years he was on there for, I don't even remember now. But this kind of like flexing is always like in the death throes of that creator's channel. Happens all the time.
Channel. In a recent video titled My $100 Million GTA 5 Business in Real Life, which sports a similar kind of vibe to the apartment tour, Quebblecop talks about how he's also launched an NFT business and is video game, potentially fracturing his focus
Oh my god.
further. As mentioned earlier.
Oh my god. No way.
Quebblecop is
No fucking way. He's in NFTs? Bro, this has to be like the last adopter of NFTs right now.
In August 2012, I had a dream. I was living in my mom's
NFTs, baby.
I was watching YouTube every single day, playing video games every single day. I said,
I thought to myself, what if this shit wasn't fungible?
I called my mom and she said, Jordy, are you crazy? You need to go
I love games, but I hate funging.
After quite a lot of convincing all day. At one point, things were going so well that Tiger said, you know what? I want to do things myself.
Well, I just watched Sonny's video there. That's not really what happened. You guys just you got fallen out. You guys aren't really like friends anymore. It seems it wasn't necessarily a you were too good. You guys were too good. I'm gonna try it on my own.
The channel, which was dead at this point in time. So I said, well, if I want to continue the dream, if I want to build tons and tons and tons of channels that will flourish and shine forever, we need to remove the human element. Yes, it's
That's spoken like a man who really cares about the content. If I'm to own 5 million channels, I realize the weakest link is the goddamn human. Organic is cringe. Machines are the way I do it. So I hired this entire team to build VTubers with AI scripts. To pump out as much shit as I possibly can across 1,000 channels.
We need VTubers. And that's when Blue was born. And this is the Blue team. A few of the Blue you'll never find out. We have a team which makes videos as a virtual influencer. If we want to start more channels, we can. We just start a brand new team who goes and makes videos as this influencer, as this virtual influencer. And you can start as many channels as you want because they all function under the same brand. It's like Spider-Man, okay? There's so many different Spider-Mans.
Why do you view that as a good thing? Why do you view this situation as a good thing? I mean, for you, I get it because it's a lot of money, owning all those channels and all the ad revenue. But as someone who keeps presenting himself as a guy who doesn't care about the money and does it for good content, how can you possibly sit here and try and convince your audience of Quebble Flops that this is a good thing? Just 1 million channels of completely soulless, generated scripts. This is so shameless. Holy shit.
Huge risk if you invest a lot of money and if one person leaves, collapses.
Like he's convincing his audience that people are the problem.
It's about, I'm running a business with I don't know how many employees, anywhere from 50 to 100 employees work here. I'm providing jobs, I'm building new products, making people's day better, and it's all stuff.
What a weird spin on it.
Now let
That's such a weird spin. Where's the NFT portion? I must have skipped it somewhere. I thought it was going to be like the focal point, but it's not. It's actually much worse than that. The focal point is I'm going to make 1,000 AI YouTube channels in order to really fucking pump out content and ad revenue, which is actually worse than NFTs. So where was it in the video? Dear Launch My NFT supporters, over 6 months ago we launched a platform that helped thousands of people create and launch their own NFT collection. With over 1 million unique wallet addresses who use the platform, it's an understatement to call it a success. How hype. What a saint. What an absolute saint. Man, this one's doing numbers. 37 likes, 12 likes, 39. Woo! Call that a success. Oh, he's stepping away. What happened? Started as a hobby project, very quickly turned into a daily job. Again, the project is extremely challenging and new, meeting so many enthusiastic Web3 supporters is my favorite thing about it. I'm very happy that I was able to inspire so many individuals to help thousands of people creating their own Web3 project. During these past months, I realized how much more the Web3 and Metaverse space needs to go before we can actually live in it. A lot needs to be done. That needs to be realized, else it'll stay a dream forever. This is why I'm stepping away from Launch My NFT. I have a lot of faith in my team, and I'm certain that the future of the project is bright, in all honesty. They don't need me anymore. Thank you to everyone who I've worked alongside. It was fantastic. Thank you for everything. Let's turn this metaverse into a reality. Let's take a peek. How's Launch My NFT doing? The largest NFT launchpad. It's so weird. Every single NFT adjacent site claims that they are the largest. 11K followers on Twitter. They might very well be the largest. God damn. Oh, this is a pretty wholesome comment. Oh, you can. My webcam was blocking it for a second.
I'm guessing you don't want a back rub. How can I help?
He wrote that comment from the spot.
Can't handle the heat, my friend.
I don't think that was actually him that wrote that.
Leave
That
it
was
with creepy
absolutely
Uncle
one of
Lester.
the other AI-generated content creators. But if it was actually Cop, respect on him for that. Where the fuck is Lil Xan? Sunny V2 makes these really great videos on a bunch of different topics that I always find interesting. Lil Xan was a rapper, I guess. I don't know if he does it anymore, but Lil Xan's biggest claim to fame was he was a guy who almost died from overdosing on Flaming Hot Cheetos. And I remember he got sent to the emergency room because of eating too many Flaming Hot Cheetos, and that changed the way I approach snacks forever. So we have quite a few here that I've stockpiled, because I think all of these are pretty interesting. I don't know Jayus though, but I was talking to Sunny like a month or so ago, and he has been blowing up. And this Jayus one went wild, so I'm assuming Jayus must be a pretty big creator that did some fucked up shit. So I figured this would be fun to learn about, a little internet drama.
Despite having incredibly uncontroversial content,
if you're at a house party and you got a drink in your hand, don't hold it up here by your chest. Try to hold it more down towards your hip. This will make you seem more open and confident, and people will be more willing to come up and talk to you.
she's found
Not true. You could just be a giant fucking loser and you could put that beer bottle up your butthole. It's not gonna help. So bad advice. Stop giving people false hope. You might just suck. And you have to accept that.
You're gonna throw a fit because I didn't make you my priority?
After a petition to ban only Jayus from TikTok garnered over 400,000 signatures, it'd be safe to say that she's a contender for the platform's most hated creator.
Did the petition work? Petitions have always, like, historically been incredibly effective. She's gone up 4,200,000, or nope, exactly 4 million followers. Bro, these petitions are so effective. Not bad.
Did you know that your birth month actually has a huge effect on who you are as a person and the things that could possibly happen to you?
Yo, did you know that your birth month actually has a huge effect on you and the things that can happen to you in your life?
People born in March are way more likely to have asthma, and I can actually speak to this one because my little sister, the only one born in March, has asthma.
What the fuck are you talking about? What? Is that real? Like, these are things she actually believes in? Or is this like some kind of TikTok meme I don't understand? Who the fuck actually believes that? Why do people just like want to disregard basic reasoning? Jesus Christ. Astrology's one thing, like, unless you believe in astrology, whatever. Like, zodiac dictate who you fall in love with, like, whatever, your lottery numbers, it doesn't matter, it's harmless. But do people parade it around as like actual real things? Like your birth month changes you? or has an effect on your life? I don't know why people actually like believe in that shit.
Jonathan responded by stating that he'd simply found the information on Google, and as a result, OnlyJS was berated and mocked by her audience, with them stating that she was in the wrong. I have a hard time dealing with the negativity. I still don't know what to do. I don't think I've done anything wrong. Maybe you do, but honestly, I don't see it.
What are they talking about? It's not even like real anything. It's fucking nonsense. You got this information from a Google source. Oh my god. Holy shit, yeah, it's like a full-blown Reddit post. Nice. Man, TikTok is just like its own little ecosystem of degeneracy.
With this in mind, it's barely surprising to find out that approximately 6 months later, an old message will be dug up in which OnlyJS said the N-word, taking center stage as
what the fuck was that? What is... Oh, yuck. Uh-oh. Ooh. The abortion didn't work. Oh boy, she's really going full-blown Xbox Live here. Even dropping the racism. Oh my, this is outrageous. On TikTok, oh good, this was a heated gamer message. Shit got crazy. She went fucking insano style. I wonder what the controversy was. Like, what sparked this message? Explain how I'm sucking up to Luna. Maybe like fanfic or something, maybe? I don't know.
You're a role model for million people. I hope things get better, and I hope you educate.
How did she respond, I wonder?
There were a couple of comments in support of OnlyJS, however, as a whole, and understandably, the response was mostly negative. The best way that JS could respond to this expose would be a response or a short.
Oh my god, she's in a Rolls Royce. Is this where she did her apology video? This is a Rolls Royce, right? They're the only ones that do this Starlight thing, right? So she was born rich? That's nuts. It's not a Royce? I thought they had a patent on this. We watched a whole video on the dog shit Rolls Royce does. I thought they had the literal patent on being able to do this in the interior of the car. I don't think it's a filter. Now I sound like an idiot. It's not a filter, it's a custom Mercedes. It's a custom Mercedes top. Okay, I see. Alright, maybe I'm misremembering the video, but I remember Rolls-Royce made a huge deal about their ability to put stars in the roof of the interior and them being the only ones allowed to do it. They had if I remember correctly, they have a full-time star guy. His whole job is putting stars that light up in the roof of Rolls-Royces. I'm pretty sure they must have some kind of patent or like a stranglehold on the technology. They have one designated Grandmaster Star Lord for their vehicles.
Which would have actually
You're right, but she did this DIY.
And there is no excuse, and there are no justifications for what I said. You guys deserve better. And when I first saw the screenshots, I didn't even think that they were real, because I forgot how hateful and how angry of a person I used to be.
All that suspense just for it to be trash. The worst insult you can tell somebody was liking black people. Wow.
Wait, was that in her apology video? Alright, let me just look at the apology video. Hold on, let's get caught up to speed here, alright? I don't like... Why aren't you crying? Where's your dog? Well, not really. The consequences were 4 million new followers, actually. Seemed to walk away pretty strong.
The first book that I decided to pick up was How to Be Anti-Racist by Dr. Ibram Kendi.
What?
And this will push readers that think that they're not racist into being something better.
To her credit, she did acknowledge that it was a grip in the title stage. What? I know it might come off as performative talking about this at the end of Black History.
Alright, I'm just gonna hit you with the cold water. If you need to buy a book on how not to be racist, you've already failed. Hey, I think you're already too far gone. What the fuck? Hey guys, I just picked up this book on why murder isn't awesome, and it was a real eye-opener for me. Like, it made some points that I never even really stopped to consider, and I think if any of you are considering murder, you might want to check out this book. Like, it really might steer you in the other direction.
Message.
So, I am sorry for basically ghosting you. I didn't mean to do that. I just have a very chaotic schedule and ADHD on top of that, so I genuinely just forgot. And it wasn't me trying to ignore you.
Oh.
You could have just hit me with it, but instead you decided to go public and try to add public pressure onto me, and that's not cool, so I don't want to collaborate.
Which will once again receive a response from Aunt Karen, explaining that she had emailed OnlyJS multiple times with no reply.
You're gonna put it on me? In your voicemail, you said I should have emailed you again. Hey, of course, I emailed you. How many times?
Sounds like a scam.
Respect me.
And in classic OnlyJS fashion, she posted another emotionally charged response.
Oh!
Today's episode of What Are People Mad at Me For Now? Not checking my email in a timely manner. I was joking. Forgot to respond to an email from this creator that wanted to collab with me. And, you know, instead of just like hitting me up again, they made 7 videos about it. Can you please leave me the alone? Have a diet.
This is like a Chris Farley sketch.
That makes me forget things.
I couldn't check my email because I was living in a van down by the river.
You can get your letters delivered for free without any postage if you just put where you want it to go on the return address instead of where it's actually supposed to go.
Which will get the post office activists involved with comments such as, yes, please encourage people to do activities that cause the already failing post office to lose more money. Or when she posts this...
What a scrap. Like pro tip.
However, it eventually got to the point where OnlyJS couldn't even make jokes anymore without being cancelled. Seriously. On the 23rd of May 2021, OnlyJS will post the following video.
If a service dog ever approaches you but they're alone, that means that their owner is in trouble and they probably can't move, so you should follow him, because you'll get a free wallet.
It was clearly a light-hearted joke. Can't believe this is still up. It's obvious that it's a joke, but some people may still do it. It could start a trend. What you post on the internet reaches so many people, and some of those people...
What are you talking about? How often is a service dog going to be approaching people and lead them to someone who is injured? That surely can't be such a frequent occurrence that it could start a trend on TikTok. What in the fuck is going on over there? Like, it's not a good joke or anything. Like, it's just a pretty generic one. It's like something that your grandpa would send you in like an old email chain. But like, why are they pretending like it's somehow like a terrible thing? It's like, oh my god, someone might actually do this. I see a service dog like once every 6 months, maybe.
She's been tested over and over and over, yet has been unable to switch off and let things go whenever she's been put under pressure. As an end result, there's not only a
seems like she's only done 2 apology videos.
Negativity and hatred.
I thought it was gonna be a lot more. That was interesting. I never heard of any of that. Well, let's see how so she's gone up 4 million subscribers since this video. So she's doing pretty well on that front. Followers. So she's doing well there. What do the comments say? Do they still bring it up? Here, she posted 6 hours ago. No, just everyone being supportive. Yeah. Seems like everything's on the up and up. I was gonna watch this one as well. This is about Sam Pepper. I'm sure a lot of you remember Sam Pepper if you've been on the internet for any length of time. Sam Pepper was an old prank channel who got notoriety when he did the kidnapping my best friend and executing his friend in front of him prank. I'm pretty sure it was faked, I'm not really sure, but either way it was really disturbing and weird. And then he turned into just a full-blown scammer, so he's taken a big part in a lot of the NFT scams over the last 4 or 5 months, however long it's been. He's been like an integral part to scamming people in all of these big crypto scams.
Surprise, as those who know the past of Sam Pepper, from his active persona on Big Brother to his fake pranks on YouTube, know that
hey, that's the one I was talking about.
Built on lies in a similar fashion to Dan Bilzerian, who he unsurprisingly happens to be an acquaintance of, judging from an Instagram photo taken out the front of Bilzerian's LA mansion.
I think unironically, being Sam Pepper has to be truly miserable. The man's entire life, from everything I've seen, has been just living a full-blown lie. And I don't think he even has that much money to his name. I remember not that long ago, I think he was homeless. So he just lives a full-blown, fake, fabricated life and doesn't even make a living off of it because he has so many problems and just wastes all the money he scams.
I'll get you out of trouble. No
what a
problem.
crazy cycle. What a absolutely, truly awful existence.
Sam Pepper had a prolific reputation on YouTube as one of the fakest pranksters on the platform dating back to the early 2010s.
So I worked out, oh, okay, I can do these pranks that these other channels are doing.
He was one of the first internet punching bags
fans. However, prior to
Or for
this,
YouTube punching
Sam Pepper
bags.
had already begun. The point at which Sam Pepper's audience discovered that his pranks were fake is pretty damn obvious. On his social blade, he went from gaining 100,000 subscribers every single month consistently between January 2013 and September 2014. However, 1 month later in October 2014, the growth not only stopped, but he began to lose around 10,000 subscribers every single month. The catalyst for this massive dive in viewership is a video titled Fake Hand Ass Pinch Prank. And after receiving a barrage of criticism from other
Cool prank
His
idea.
most recent fake hand ass pinch garnered the most negative attention because he was grabbing women's bottoms without their permission.
As well as a trending hashtag on Twitter stating "Report Sam Pepper." He had no other choice but to admit the video had been faked.
You know, another video, and that brings me on to making the best friend killing prank.
Yeah, that's the one.
Arguably one of, if not the most over-the-top insane YouTube pranks of all time. Certainly crazy enough to put Sam Pepper's name back on the map. Involved in the video was the fake kidnapping of two friends, after which one of the
Fuck, I remember this well. I remember this very
with the
well.
premise of the video being, how will someone react if they watch their friend get killed?
Let's see how he reacts to his best friend of 5 years being killed in front of him.
What a good prank. What would happen if I executed your family? Would he find it enjoyable when I reveal they're not dead?
Sam had some success as an IRL streamer in the CX network, however he was ultimately dropped after an argument with Ice Poseidon, which had partially been fueled by Sam Pepper's lack of integrity.
He's like, oh, it's okay to lie as long as it doesn't affect anything, and that's not okay. Like, why are you telling my girlfriend it's okay to lie to me as long as it doesn't affect anything? Like, dude, this is not your relationship.
After this, Sam Pepper disappeared from the mainstream. His reputation
Until crypto scams, baby.
3, 2, 1. Chris!
Oh no!
Bills racked up over 28 million views. Now, the most interesting part about Sam Pepper's TikTok blow-up is that it follows the exact same trend as his YouTube journey. He blows up with a genuine heartfelt video about saving some duck eggs from a restaurant, then progressively makes his content more and more staged, and by the end he's claiming that he's won the lottery with absolutely zero evidence.
If I pay you with paper, scissors, and I win, can I like whip this down the street? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh my god, get fucked, idiot. Get fucked, dummy.
Instagram and an old forum post titled as follows.
That's just TikTok? Yeah, man. TikTok is just
millions and
that's a wild wasteland.
Although, in order to be buying an $8.9 million island in Thailand, you're probably going to need around 50 to 100 million in order for it to be a comfortable purchase. And while Sam Pepper has had a fairly successful social media career, I doubt he has access to that kind of money.
I can assure you he doesn't.
To rest would be for Sam Pepper.
He's a serial scammer who is also historically awful with money.
However, with a track record like Sam's filled with
no
fake
chance.
Video, it seems pretty obvious that, like the rest of his entire career, this is nothing more than yet.
So is this what he does now, like full time? He just full time pretends to be a lottery winner on TikTok? I mean, I guess it's better than the alternative of scamming everyone. Now he's just lying again. What an interesting loser. Yeah, that man's like an OG punching bag for the internet. And thanks to 10 gift subs, Cobalt. Appreciate him. Killing best friend prank is a timeless classic. It really is. Literally Dan Bilzerian. There's a huge difference between Sam Pepper and Dan Bilzerian. Dan Bilzerian was a massively rich kid from birth because of his dad. Sam Pepper pretends to be a massively rich guy from scamming. They're both, like, genuine, full-blown liars living a fake life. But at the very least, Dan does have a lot of money to back it up because of his family. Sam has nothing besides lying on TikTok and scamming 16-year-olds on Twitter out of crypto. Yeah, this will be the last one we watch here, and then we'll switch to something else. Sunny V2 just makes actual bangers, man. I love the way he puts out these things on topics I would have never even thought about. Like, Sam Pepper's someone I think about once in a while and remember just, like, how pathetic they are. But, you know, Lil Xan is a name I haven't thought of in so long.
It was just
so what
happened prior that on the very same podcast, Lil Xan was sitting back and bragging about owning 3 different Los Angeles apartments.
Wow. I have the same one 10 floors up now.
Really?
Yep.
What? Don't you have another one down the street too?
And another one on the same floor.
Why? 3 apartments.
One for my parents, one for me and Eli, my hacker, and then one for the host.
The hose.
Despite once
My dedicated thought apartment. That's where I sit the hose.
They could never get Zan to do the shit that he actually had to do for his career. Like I remember.
I don't think I ever heard one of his
about it, and he's
songs
constantly
ever.
frustrated.
There are going to be numerous examples throughout this video of Lil Xan.
I only know
often
about
being
him from the
unable to
Flamin' Hot
work whenever
Cheetos
it was
incident.
required. We already discussed him dropping out. Lil Xan kept missing the meetings, either as a result of being disorganized or because he thought the meetings were too good to be true.
It's LA. You can't believe everybody.
It's LA.
It was a time when SoundCloud rappers were popping up left, right, and center. To the point
What does that even mean? This meeting's probably not real, so I'm just not gonna even think about it. I'm just gonna go eat more Flamin' Hot Cheetos till I fucking die. What a just say that you're too fucking dumb to go. Like, no one's gonna look at Lil Xan and listen to him for more than a sentence and be like, yep, that guy is an intellectual. Like, just own it. Like, you're fucking stupid. Like, you are visibly stupid. Every word you say is like a caveman trying to speak while having peanut butter in his mouth. Like, just say like, yeah, I'm kind of fucking dumb, so I kept missing the meetings. There'd be a lot more respect to be had there.
Like, I remember when Lil Xan's album came out, right? And I remember having a conversation with Stat and being like, what do you think of the album? Because it was pretty obvious that the album was bad. Xan put in like no work for the album. And I remember having that conversation with him. And if it was up to Stat, Xan would have been sitting in the studio recording every night, and instead he was just doing drugs and having random ass girls come over every night.
The other issue might have been that after the insane success of his single Betrayed,
Lil
Lil Xan
Sam?
might have been lured into a false sense of security about his future and talent as an artist.
You have to keep working. What they don't tell you is that you coast, totally fine. There's another hill. So you gotta keep going.
From Lil Xan's perspective,
God,
the
I love
state
T-Pain.
performance of the
I
album
love
was his
T-Pain.
fault, or was instead the fault of his management.
I dropped like a mixtape.
T-Pain
that
is
got
the
way
actual
more,
goat.
Like, positive.
Then
Why?
Laugh about ruining a $1,200 hoodie after leaving it on the floor,
So everything's on the floor. Expensive hoodies, $1,200 back in the day.
and then go on to purchase 2 copies of the game Destiny with the goal of showing the store some love.
Honestly, copies of Destiny. Like, dude, this place is nuts, you know?
Now you could probably make the argument that
What
this
the
was just Lil
fuck?
Xan's
It's like a,
big balls to cap
it's like
his face.
Target.
However, there was plenty of evidence.
Hey, Target, this one's for you. 2 Destiny copies right now in this bitch. And I'm not a hero, okay? I'm just doing me. Alright, I am a hero. Fuck it, fine. Alright, you need an autograph? Okay.
I'll take all my homies. I'll spend $700 to take 7 of my friends in there. Just to get Butterbeer. We did. And I don't film it or nothing.
In addition to this, Lil Xan would take
That's
out
just stupid. That's just really stupid.
the price of
That's
which
not even
starts
cool. It's just embarrassing. It's not a flex. It's sad.
My favorite car, new car.
Now, if we ignore the fact that Lil Xan would go on to key his own car whilst angry at a later date,
I just did this in my car.
Why? What the fuck?
I just bought keys all the way.
the levels of stupidity for this purchase go deep.
What
Taking
the
out a loan to buy a car, moron. On the 21st of December 2017, just before he'd buy the car, Lil Xan would make a tweet which read as follows: "If you live in the Inland Empire/LA area and want to meet me tonight, pull up to 100 to 110 North 5th Street, Redlands, CA 92373, United States at 7:30. Now it's hard to call Xan an idiot for this.
I can't imagine more than like 25 people showed up and the average age had to be 16.
I gave like a 4-hour notice. I was heading to my hometown, so I tweeted a location, and then I just expected what, 50 people to show up. That's just how I am. I got there, and this video's on YouTube, like 2,000 people.
Wow.
What? But I got fined because a lot of damages to cars and shootings.
To haunt him.
The industry just doesn't care. They just want you to pump out hit records, and when you're useless to them, just leave you in the dirt. You know.
In this video, Lil Xan would
That is true. He is absolutely right about that. Very true.
Drug addict gang member.
Oh, you're a snitch now, bro. He didn't make you do that. All this stuff. Like, bro, how am I a snitch? Did I go to court and rat on my gang? I don't have a gang. You can't snitch if you're not a gang member, bro. Miss me with that. I'm trying to help other artists in particularly my similar situation.
In the Instagram live stream,
help him with what?
I paid, literally, it's all my money in the car, and he won't give it to me.
Without $30,000 to take full ownership of his G-Wagon, a declining follower count across each of the social media platforms, and no new music in over 7 months, it seems like this could possibly be the end for Lil Xan's career.
No, he's about to make a big comeback, I feel it. Man, I didn't know any. Why didn't he talk about the Flamin' Hot Cheeto moment? I don't even know Lil Xan from his music. Back in, must have been like 2019, maybe it was 2018. There's a big story that broke about Lil Xan of how he went to the hospital in the actual ER because he ate too many Flamin' Hot Cheetos and it made his tummy hurt. That's the only reason I know him. He's pumping a crypto scam on his Insta story right now. That is the most like 2021, 2022 shit ever. Everything's going wrong. Hey, you guys see these NFTs? Like, what's up? Okay. Let's start with the Island Boys. The only thing that I know about the Island Boys outside of course, their chart topper is they used to do cameos for the US military where they try and recruit people. So people would pay them from the US military to like shout them out and try and get kids to join the military. And then there was Sergeant Vasquez who paid the Island Boys to appeal to his upper management about not kicking him out. So that was pretty cool.
The Island Boys were instantly judged as two talentless bozos who had covered themselves in tattoos.
True.
And as a result, people began to follow them for their stupidity as opposed to their talent.
And I think they're entertaining, and I follow them because they're entertaining.
Yeah.
I love to see the stupid shit that they say.
Now, the difference between the Island Boys and someone like 6ix9ine is that while 6ix9ine also got famous in part by his over-the-top ridiculous appearance, he actually has a decent portfolio of music.
His music usually did really well on the charts.
He then becomes well known, people check out his music, and then some.
A bit curious, has there been an example of someone who started as like a punching bag and then got famous for it and never fell off? Because think of all of your most popular memes and most popular like lol cows. It only works for like maybe a couple months. It never lasts forever. Oh, actually that was a really bad baby. Yeah, that started as Dr. Phil, people making fun of her. And she's had an extremely successful career as a result.